one of the main products we released this year was the Quanser drone as part of the Autonomous Vehicles Research Studio. As we were developing the various controllers to really augment and facilitate the different research applications you could do with the drone, we quickly realized that we needed a mechanism like this gimbal that you see over here, that I could exercise the different motions of the drone while keeping it even more safe than our AVRS Studio allowed. The drone is designed to be very crash resistant and very safe, crash proof if you will, but it always helps to, especially when you're getting started, if you want to do some model predictive or model based control development, to restrict some of its motion. And what the gimbal allowed us to do is step by step I could allow for multiple degrees of freedom to run. So what you're seeing on my screen is as I move this drone back and forth, I'm actually using the estimators on board with some Kalman filtering and complementary filters to actually predict the angle that the drone is at. And as you can see, that's my drone on the bottom. So that very quickly allowed us to tune the inner stability controllers of the drone. What we still didn't have, and what we were lacking, was a more model-based approach to actually closing the loop within this space. So our Autonomous Vehicles Research Studio usually flies in a fairly large indoor space, allowing you X, Y, and Z motion. But before getting to the ability to tune the drone's controller in the position of that space, we wanted to have the ability to rapidly prototype the different approaches to that. So what we did over here, and what I'll show you in a few minutes, is now that I have the drone measuring its actual orientation and have the stability fairly well ironed out on the gimbal, I can then develop a model of how this drone would operate based on its orientation and stability in that reference frame, in the general inertial reference frame. And based on that model, I can then start tuning my controllers and have it fly in a predictive fashion before we actually take it off the gimbal and fly it into space itself.